14-hour plane ride, 7-hour train ride, 2-hour bus ride, and 30-minute rental car drive to arrive at the famous Mount Osso. Let's see what we're in store for. We have the volcanic crater. We have horses and shit. We have all this picturesque stuff, except all this work. Ooh, it's windy. We have some fucking Lord of the Rings, Return of the King shit going on here. The drive here was perilous. There were buses materializing right in front of me without their lights on. So this one's a bummer. Damn, I can't even go anymore. Some people are braving the wind, but I am out of here. Red, yellow, green, all the fall colors accounted for here at Osso Shrine, which I had no plan of coming to, but with the awful weather, I had to make a plan B. Guys, unfortunately, I think I fell for one of those menu item traps for Americans again, because something about this does not scream traditional Japanese cuisine to me, but it looks damn good anyway. And don't you worry, I had every last grain of rice. I have our nation's reputation to uphold, after all. And as a matter of fact, I could go for some dessert, because I'm no amateur. Ah yes, Usopp and the Tea Party bus. As it turns out, the gorgeous view that I've been chasing this whole time has been in my room all along at the Fairfield. I am currently en route to Instagram mega spot Takachiho Gorge, but I had to stop because look at this gorgeous view. Boom. I don't know whether to zoom in or zoom out. There is so much to see. Look at how much verticality we have going on here. I have arrived at the Instagram super spot. I don't see any of the boats yet. Typically my policy is not to go on the boat because it's more fun to watch them from here than be in the boat down there. But I feel like this is the boat place, so I'm probably gonna have to rent one of those boats. The reality behind all those Instagram posts. Guys, I'm having second thoughts. Watching all these people struggle, ramming into walls, ramming into each other, makes me think that maybe I'm just a bit happier up here. Very pretty. It's nature overload here at Takachiho Shrine, because not only are there ginormous redwood trees, there's also ginkgo trees in perfect fall colors. Hell yeah. This is like a 3-minute drive from Takachiho Gorge, free parking. So you ought to stop here if you're ever in town. So this train line used to serve this area until it was knocked out by a typhoon in 2005. You can see why this rail line would be easy to knock out, because there's lots of tall bridges. Anyways, they've transformed this section of the line into a tourist train, which we will board soon, and it will look just like that.
こちらは世界農業遺産に認定されております栃俣棚田と言います。棚田下ですね、ブルーシートの周辺、黒い動物が動いているの見えますかね。牛でございます。高千穂牛と言いまして、高千穂町のブランド牛も放牧されております。高千穂牛は日本一にもなった。
You hear that cow? It is like a fairy tale here. Beautiful farmland. Look at all these different colored crops. We are at Instagram hotspot 2 of the day. Whatever the name of that cave is, I forget. It's famous though. Amongst the white water and the beautiful fall foliage. I don't know, guys. This hot dog with the egg is looking a little suspect to me. Lots of driving today. I was planning on only doing Takachiho, but given how horrible my Mount Aso experience was, I felt I'd give it another try. And given that I can see it from here, I have a good feeling. The story has a happy ending because I came back on a clear day, and there she is, the active Mount Aso. And don't worry, if she goes Krakatoa, we could run to one of those little shelters way over there. Mount Aso certainly looks different without the fog of war. This is where I was yesterday. Here we have the city of Aso contained within the Aso caldera. You can see the caldera wall behind. Extremely beautiful. As the sun sets on Aso, as you can hear the 5 o'clock chime, look at these beautiful wild horses I found. I don't know what the number is, if that's to keep track of them, but I don't see any farm nearby. This place is truly like a fairy tale. You may have heard about the famous Lawson in front of Mount Fuji. How about the Lawson in front of Mount Aso? Something wrong with the train because we had the rare late departure and we got the engineer on board. Anyway, you know I do the Limited Express American style. I have local specialty, red cow, every iteration, and I have the pudding and the yogurt drink. And finally, rounding it off, this rice soda caught my eye. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally arrived in Beppu, and we have finally arrived at the famous Umi Tamago. Umi means sea, and Tamago means egg, so together that makes sea egg. And I feel like understanding that doesn't help one better understand the meaning of Umi Tamago. And we have branding all over. We have real McCoy Umi Tamago. We have flags. And this place is of comprehensible input Japanese fame because Yuki Sensei, the mastermind behind it, often makes videos here. So it is quite the pilgrimage. And of course, where aquariums are, the ocean is nearby, I guess unless you're in Atlanta. So here we have the beautiful coastal city of Beppu. And I will see you guys inside the aquarium. They sure skip Right to Christmas after Halloween, huh? These penguins keep trying to escape their little sandbox. Look at those cute black eyes. They don't seem very fierce to me, huh? They were causing too much trouble, so they let them roam free. Guys, I think I found the perfect souvenir because they have real umi tamago, although they are not sea flavored. Guys, when I went to Snow Monkey Park, there were maybe half a dozen snow monkeys. Look at this. Look at this. I have departed the Umi Tamago, which turned out to be one of the better aquariums I've been to. And look at this Windows XP ass cloud experience. See, my autofocus can't even figure out what's going on. This is nuts. These guys are desperately trying to get the selfie with their dog. Anyways, I am at the first of the 7 hells of Beppu. Don't they say that in one of the fantasy universes? 7 hells! Maybe Game of Thrones, I forget. Anyways, this is a hot spring for viewing, not bathing, because it is scalding hot. And then we've got the shrine over here, another view of that dog. And we have lily pads so big, I feel like I could jump in one and float away. And look at this fall foliage rounding off the gorgeous view. This one's super red. The last one was super blue. I wonder if this is natural or if they're pulling one over on us tourists. I didn't read up beforehand. Look at those steam vents. Guys, the cute dog is following me today. These hot springs come in every color of the rainbow. Here we have grayscale. I'm at the next hot spring, and not only do they explain the lore here, but they finally explain why it gets its color. It's all natural. This one is boiling extremely vigorously, and these are truly every color of the rainbow because this one is also green. And in keeping with the green theme, they have crocodiles here. Sorry for the noise, but check that out. Warning. And we have more lovely dogs. Here we have what is allegedly the world's most expensive fish, costing over $250,000. And then here we have the donation fish. the steam vents, and finally, the hot spring. I don't know what that anime is, so somebody enlighten me. I'm at the 6th of the 7 hells. One more to go. I'm at the top of Kifune Castle here in Beppu. And this castle is quite unique because it has these log beams that kind of reminds me of a log cabin. And I think the curators here agree with me because they put this trophy deer on the wall. That is where I just came from. And I don't think the day would be complete without a gorgeous view of the city of Beppu. Look at these cruise ships. I would love to go on a cruise here, island to island, maybe next year. Guys, I found the perfect museum for dumbasses like me who do not like to read. Because at this museum, you don't read your way through. You don't even look your way through. This is the fragrance museum, so we smell our way through. I'm currently at the bus stop outside the Oita Fragrance Museum, and they have seating, which is nice. However, there is some fungus and mold included. At this hotel, you're supposed to return everything on that bamboo tray. They even have an example of how to do it properly. The problem is I don't think they took the American factor into account because I have no idea how I'm gonna put all this stuff on this one tray without creating a mountain that's gonna fall over. It is mid-November and the very crowded Yufuin, and the fall colors are in perfect bloom. That's probably not the right word. They see me rolling, they hatin'. It's very overwhelming here. We have shrine, we have endless fall foliage, and we even have natural hot spring. I'd always assumed that Studio Ghibli movies were for kids, but here they are selling lighters at the official store. And how about this remix? It bops, doesn't it? Guys, typically I'm the last person on planet Earth to get Instagrammable crap like this, but allegedly it's local famous produce, lemon and honey soda, so I figured I'd try it out. So here I'm at the Doki Doki machine. We got the sexy nurse here, and let's get it started. We're trying to get it right in the middle, right here. Boom! I've got my eyes set on you that I'm on. Say goodnight, motherfucker. Oh, I hit Kitty-chan instead. I just rode the Beppu ropeway to the top, which took forever. Has to be the longest ropeway ride I've ever been on. But look at this amazing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice ass view. Check out these mountains. Anyways, we are up so high we are above the clouds, which makes it hard to make out things. I believe that's an amusement park, maybe some farmland behind it. It is truly a sea of clouds up here. It's funny, everyone's so cold, it's like 50 degrees and everyone's like, Samui! I believe over here we can see Oita City if we look hard enough. But we are so far away, it is hard to tell. Guys, there's one guarantee in life, and that is, if the whole side of the hallway is just for your room, you know the pad is ballin'. Sakurajima Suite at the Sheraton Kagoshima. Starting off with the map on the back of the door, which shows that this isn't even the biggest suite on the floor, or the only one of its kind. So that kind of deflates things a bit. But anyway, moving on to the room just for my shoes. And now an even more pointless room, the guest bathroom, when I'm staying here alone with no guests coming. So that's the last time that door will close. Boom, driftwood. Very nice kitchen table I will use as a desk. And then we have more driftwood. And then final driftwood. Check out these lights. We can't have rich people looking at any light bulbs, so gotta do it that way. And we have welcome note with welcome snack. Here's the view of Mount Sakurajima, the namesake of the room. I checked in that night, so no view. Moving on to the bedroom. We have lamp facing down, lamp facing up, lamps facing every direction. We have art on the walls. We have art on the floor. We have art on every surface. Moving on to the miscellaneous everything else zone, where we have our closet. Room use only. Come on, guys. Who's wearing their pajamas in the halls? And then we have the toilet I'm actually going to use in Donald Trump renovation white marble. And then we have the tub with shower. And finally, the dual vanity with, you guessed it, amenities. Boom. Okay, now I'm embarrassed to have done the room tour at night because look at this gorgeous view of Sakurajima, Japan's most active volcano. Has to be one of the best views I've ever had in a room. Guys, I know what it's supposed to say, but it looks like Joe Cream to me. Here we got breakfast at the Sheraton Kagoshima. We got the S printed on the fish cake. And coffee on tap, which is dangerous. Hell yeah. Guys, I was wondering how busy it was going to be today at Sakurajima. Day after a long weekend. But it looks like we're going private today. Hello, are you a friendly cat? Are you a friendly cat? Yes, you are a friendly cat. We have Japan's most active volcano. Please don't erupt while I'm here. And we have friendly cat. Do you prefer your Starbucks hot or cold? How about at a World Heritage Site? I'm at Senganen, and they figured, hey, we have this empty building. Why don't we just turn it into a Starbucks? Boom. Guys, I ain't playing. This Starbucks is a World Heritage Site. Not only that, but from the second floor, you get a beautiful view of Sakurajima, Japan's most active volcano. I'm here at Chidan, where half of the over 1,000 kamikaze pilots took off from. But look at this translation. Here we have English, 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 and English, English, English. Perhaps the worst translation I've ever seen. I have no idea what could have possibly gone wrong. The kamikaze pilots spent the days leading up to the mission in these triangular huts in isolation, not knowing which day would be their last. As young as 17 years old. I opted for the 30-minute walk over the bus ride to take in beautiful samurai town of Chidan, and I'm so glad that I did because I found this haven for all egg kind. Every type of egg product accounted for. Boom. JR Kyushu keeping it classy with the wooden bullet train. Guys, for some reason, Kumamoto Station is iced the fuck out. Look at this mall! It's like fancier than Tokyo Midtown. Guys, are you disappointed in me? That the only One Piece I've ever watched is the live Netflix version. Sorry to let you guys down. Guys, I am currently en route to my hotel, the Crown Plaza Kumamoto. But check out this moon! Why is it so huge? I just checked into the beautiful Crown Plaza Kumamoto, but the staff member wasn't too talkative. Guys, I have had plenty of fusion cuisine before, but this one is new to me. Italian Chinese. What do? Serve lo mein with linguine? Look at these conical hills at Suizenji. I've never seen anything like that before. Sorry for shooting into the sun. It's early in the morning. We got a traffic jam over here with the koi. For those individuals important enough, human civilization enshrines them in bronze to live on forever. Here we have one such individual amongst the beautiful fall ginkgo trees. Guys, we don't even have Din Tai Fung in Boston. So imagine my surprise when I found one at the Kumamoto bus terminal. Not only that, but they have flavors unique to Japan, like mentaiko. Hell yeah. Excellent surprise. This may be a hot take, but dessert's the best part about Din Tai Fung, which is why we're on to round 2. We have my favorite, the chocolate-filled ones. We have Japan exclusive purple potato. And we have the red bean rounding it out. The total damage is, on my 2-page receipt, over 40 bucks. I did not hold back. I got the truffle-filled ones, I got the crab-filled ones, but I'm sure this would be a lot more expensive in the States anyway. Kumamoto Castle, still undergoing repairs from the earthquake 10 years ago. This has to be one of the biggest castles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. Wow. I just arrived at Hakata Station and the joint is poppin'. I am ready to declare Fukuoka as the city of Christmas markets because they have more Christmas markets than I can keep track of, and they're all so bomb. Anyways, today is November 14th, 2025, which happens to be the day that the Nintendo Store Fukuoka opens. It's so new that I couldn't even find it on Google Maps to navigate there, but that is quite the coincidence, and we will go check it out. There's 3 Nintendo stores, Osaka, Tokyo, Kyoto. Everyone knows that, except when they open one in Fukuoka the day you arrive. And innocent Elliot thought, hey, why don't I just go? What better occasion? Until I discovered this crazy line. You can see that's the end of the line over there. And that's not the end of the line. That is the end of the line for people who have tickets, which is another line. The destination of this train is Hello. I am at the Rail Kitchen, about to go on a 2.5-hour dining tour. This is the first time I've ever taken a train that goes to and from the same place. Yesterday, I was watching sumo in Fukuoka. Now I am in a Dutch paradise. What happened? Did we teleport? No, we are in House Ten Bosch of Nagasaki Prefecture, which is a recreation of the Netherlands. Although there's a lot more Miffy here than at the real deal. Ah yes, traditional Dutch cuisine. We have the pastrami sandwich, the bacon cheeseburger, some nuclear ass looking yellow fries, and a melon soda. We are partaking in Netherland culture. I am just outside the Porcelain Museum here at House Ten Bosch, and look what I found. Ain't she a beaut? One of the few red lobsters in Japan. And I may just have to eat there because the menu is looking mighty fine. No guys, this is not Team Lab Borderless. This is the Miffy ride at House Ten Bosch. My room here at the Okuda House Ten Bosch is nothing to brag about, but check this out. There's so many rooms on this floor, yet they gave me this absolutely gorgeous corner room. Check out this balcony. Boom. What a sight to wake up to. And it's so interesting seeing this Dutch paradise in the mountains of Nagasaki. It kind of breaks the illusion, don't you think? This has to be one of the best views from a train station in Japan. Look how you are greeted at JR House Ten Bosch Station. What a spectacular view of the Okuda Hotel, where I just stayed last night, and the beautiful, endless mountains of Nagasaki. Check out how classy the Kamome Limited Express is. First off, look at that chair the train driver sits in. I want that as my office chair. Then we have the wooden interior leading to the washi paper door. Very classy JR Kyushu. Kokuda Station is super nice. One of the best train stations I've been to. It reminds me of Kyoto Station. Why do they call it Kokuda? I feel like in Kyushu, all the major cities name their train stations after something that's not the city, like Hakata. Anyways, if Fukuoka is the city of Christmas markets, I am ready to declare Kitakyushu as the city of shopping streets, because every third street is foot traffic only, and this might be one of the most walkable cities I've ever been to in Japan. This is our current destination, Kokuda Castle. I will see from the top. That's the bridge I just crossed to get to the castle. And I didn't make it far because I stopped at the cutest Komeda coffee of all time. Check this out. They've got the Christmas decorations. They've got the view of the canals. Yes, not just one canal. Endless canals. Kitakyushu is incredibly beautiful. The ginkgo leaves are peak and falling right in front of my eyes. I know you're probably sick of me saying this, but look at this beautiful fall foliage here at Kokuda Castle. A famous battle took place here. Leader of Army A had this unusually big-ass sword. Leader of Army B had this wooden sword. Who do you think won? Well, the guy with the wooden sword kicked the other guy's ass. The castle complex is a lot bigger than it would seem. It's not just the main keep. Anyways, check out this iced out shopping mall I found across the street from the castle. I know I said I'd see you at the top of the castle, but both the observation deck and the castle had dirty windows, so it was hard to shoot from. Anyway, Kitakyushu might be the most mountainous area I've ever seen in Japan. Behind every mountain is like 3 more mountains. Karato Fish Market. Perhaps the world's second most famous fish market after Tokyo Tsukiji. This place is a sushi lover's paradise. As far as the eye can see, there is every kind of sushi imaginable. We're talking whale, we're talking pufferfish, and I am going to try it all. I just escaped the chaos of the Karato Fish Market. And at first I was ordering a bunch of things I've never had before I wanted to try, such as whale and pufferfish. But eventually I just started pointing because it became overwhelming. I got this massive roll here. I got these battleships, as they say. I don't even know what's in them, but I am looking forward to putting those in my mouth. Check it out, guys. I found your Black Friday Temu order en route. Guys, I'm currently at a museum looking at a picture of what I'm looking at. Can somebody please tell me the function of this image? Because I can't figure it out for the life of me. If only we could all be so cool as to charge into battle wielding a giant anchor. I've come across plenty of fancy-ass Starbucks in Japan, but this is a first for me. Look at this hipster-ass Burger King food truck we have here, right outside of Shimonoseki Aquarium. Why does Japan have such cool shit? Fine dining with a spectacular view. I cannot get enough of this station. Look at that retro sign. Anyway, Mojiko Station is way more important than I thought because the Kagoshima line starts here, which I did not know. It must take all day to get there from here. Well, I managed to find another Starbucks at a World Heritage Site. I am at the beautifully preserved Mojiko Station, and they have turned one of the waiting rooms into a Starbucks. I still just can't get over how elegant and well integrated this Starbucks is at Mojiko Station. Kitakyushu was larger and more important to the war than Nagasaki during World War II, making Kitakyushu the primary target of the second atomic bomb. However, there was bad weather which spared the city, making this an amazing example of post-Meiji Restoration Japan, which could have easily been obliterated. Check this out. Albert Einstein stayed in that bed, and he seemed to leave his mark all over this place. Anyway, everyone around the world could easily know about Hiroshima and Kitakyushu. Instead, it just happened to be Nagasaki. You all might not be nerding out as much as I am, but this is what much of Japan looked like during World War II. Perfectly preserved and spared by the atomic bomb. Check out this beautiful wooden roof here at the former customs house. Not only that, but they have a cute mascot here, and his name is Custom Coon. Check out these monstrous wheels. The male urge to shovel coal into one of these bad boys and send it down the tracks the ladies would never understand. This is the Kanmon Strait, which connects Kyushu and Honshu. Currently, we are in Kyushu at this super cute cafe I found. Over there is Honshu, city of Shimonoseki. There we have the aquarium. We have the world famous Karato fish market. And we have some random shrine. Excellent view from this cafe. I am at the Toto Toilet Museum, where they have a history of toilet exhibit. Of course, we have the seated toilet and the squat toilet, but they certainly go way back here because we start all the way at 14,000 BC ancient plumbing, which is depicted with a kid sitting at the end of the dock taking a dump into the river. I cannot help but to feel this close to being Night at the Museum at this place. Today is not the best day to be a dinosaur. They all fucking died. Look at that. I'm at the outlets in Kitakyushu, and I found what might be the most painfully slow escalator of all time. It's literally going 3 times as slow down compared to up, and everybody I've seen has just started walking. So I want you to just take this ride with me and enjoy. We're not even going very far. We're almost to the second escalator. And here we go. This one is also 3 times faster on the way up compared to down. Still going. This is like 2 stories, 2 flights of stairs we've gone down in all this time. And we have arrived.